Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video I'm going to be going over my new earring pattern that I have created with my new 2020 bead pattern collections. In my pattern collections I have 30 plus patterns, so each one has an individual name. They usually have numbers followed by a letter, and what that represents is the number is for the bead I originally made the pattern for. When I started off I mostly used 4mm beads, so I have patterns for 4, 6, and 8mm, but I do have size tables for other bead types, so you don't have to use them with those beads, but that is what the number represents. And then the letter represents what the item was originally created for. For example, this is an earring pattern here. I also have small, medium, and large, as well as ornament and pendant. So the letters represent each of those different items. Now in this video I'm going to be working mostly with the top of this doily, because the earring, this particular earring, has of course 3 doilies connected together, so it's done slightly differently from the other patterns. For most of my patterns I do have already tutorials up. I recommend this playlist, and the basics have most of the information you would need to make my doilies. So I definitely recommend that playlist. Now for these patterns I use a weave called the hexagon angle weave. There's the 2 needle and 1 needle version. I will be doing the 2 needle in this video. There are 6 beads per circle, and it can be worked many different ways. And what I mean by that is, for like the top here is the same size as my teeny tiny doilies. When I do those, I'm not going to use the same technique here, but when I do those I usually do the center row first, then I come over and do 1 row, cross over and do another row. For my large doilies, if they're hexagon shape, I usually start on one side and do a row, then the next row, then the next row until I finish it. For my shapes, I usually start in the center and do the same thing row by row till it's done halfway, then I come back and do the other half. I find that the easiest way because I don't really enjoy increasing, and when I do that I just decrease during the pattern. This one is going to be different because we're actually going to be working the rows diagonally, because that enables you to do one and immediately go into the next one. So that's why I'm doing this video, to show you that technique. When I do my earring patterns, I start at the top and I add the accessory first, and then I go into the first doily and then into the second doily. Here are some samples of my first 3 patterns for this series of new patterns, and you can find the free earring pattern on Etsy with each one. It's in one of the images. It provides the earring pattern for free, so you can test the colors and things ahead of time and decide if you like that design. Now here we're mostly going to work in this video with the top, and we will start up here with adding the accessory. So what we want to do is take our string, and as I am using the 2 needle, the first thing we're going to add is the accessory itself. So onto either string, doesn't matter which one, we will plop on the accessory. Then we add 1 bead to the left and 1 bead to the right. I'm using larger beads so that you can see what I'm doing. And then we cross this one. Put it on one, take the other one, and cross it. Now here is where the hexagon angle weave comes into play. You can either go this direction, which means you would end in this bead. You can go this direction, which means you would end in this, or this circle in this bead, or you can go this direction. So for these patterns, I recommend either going this way or this way. Doesn't really matter which way you choose to go. I'm going to go this way. So if you go this way, you want to end here. That means on the right, you will add 1, and on the left, you will add 3. So on our right string, we will add 1, and on our left string, we will add 3. 1, 2, 3. Then, whichever way you're going, you will cross that bead. On one, cross with the other, and you have your first circle. So we went this way, so what now you see where you go next. Well, this one, none of these touch other beads. This one does, but then we'd be going kind of off angle. So where we want to go next is this one here, because this one goes into the next row, the first circle of the next row. So we want 1 on the left, and we want 1, 2, 3 on the right. And you might want to check to make sure that your piece is laying out correctly as you go, so that you add the beads onto the correct string. And then the one that's headed in the direction you're going, you cross. Now, we know we want to go up the pattern going this way, so that means we want to end in this one. So, this time it's not really left or right, but it's the string that is coming away from the direction you are going that you're going to add to. So we're going to add to that one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to add 4 beads to the string going away from the direction in which you are headed. And then the last one we will cross. I should circle these so you can see what we've added and what we haven't added. Now we will cross that last one. And as we are now on a row, you can see here 2 of our next circle is on the previous row. So we take the string coming in towards the previous row and we go through the 2 side beads. One, 2. And then our other string, we're going to add 1, 2. And then we cross. And we'll circle that. And now, as you can see, we've come to the last circle for this row. So we want to see where we want to go, which is down. So we know we want to end here. Now, we're here. We have 1 bead on the previous row that is a part of this circle. So we will go through that 1 bead. And then the string that went through the 1 bead is the one we want to add to, and we want to add 1, 2, 3 beads to it. And then we cross this one. Now our next circle here, we have the one we crossed and one more that is a part of it. So we want to take the string that's coming in towards the previous row and go through one bead. And then the other string, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, because we want to be going this direction here. And then we will cross that last one. And now we are at the last circle for this doily, and we're going to want to go into the next one. So we want to make sure we end here. But before we know we're here, we need 2 beads on the previous or a part of the previous rows. So we take the string coming in towards our previous row and we will go through 2 beads. Now you'll want to make sure that your pattern is laid out correctly. Most of the patterns I have are mirrored, so this part won't matter as much, but if it's not, you will want to make sure it is laid out correctly so that you add this last part right. Then you will add 1 onto the left, 1 onto the right, and you will cross that last one. And there you have your first doily of your earring pattern. So we will now set that aside and we'll bring over heading into the second doily. So we are currently right here. These beads have been added. So as you can see, we're right at the first circle of our first row. So depending on which direction you're going to go, we are working diagonally, so you can go this side or this side. I'm going to go here, so here I will add 1 onto the right, and then 1, 2, 3 onto the left. So you'll match this up with your top piece to make sure it is laying out correctly, and then onto the right string you will add 1, and then onto the left string you'll add 3. And then of course you will cross the one that is headed in the direction you want to be going. And then you'll do that just like the first one. You'll do that following. You want to go here, and then once that's on, you see where the next one is. You want to go here, and then for the next row you want to be going this direction, so you know you'll want to go here. So that would be this one, this one, this one, and then this one would be ending here, and then here, and then here, and so on. You keep doing that, and then this one here, you know your row is here, so you'd end here, and you'd add that one on, making sure all the beads, and then this one is, you're going to go this direction, so you'd go here, and you'd add that one, and so on. If you need any further help on creating the doilies, let me know. Also, another thing you can do is, if you are used to my doilies and you have done them using one row at a time, you can turn the pattern diagonally, and then you have the rows going up and down, if that would be easier for you. But I wanted to show you following the pattern diagonally and let you see how the hexagon angle weave allows you to turn different directions, and you're not set in stone on how or what direction you work in. A happy beading, and if you need any help, please let me know.